Flosstube. It's Arlene here from Stitching in the Fens. I am sitting here, as you can see, on this beautiful beach here. It's October and we're away for just a few days in Suffolk, having a little holiday. I just wanted to do a little front end piece for my long awaited, long overdue, oh my goodness, look at my hand in the way, honestly God, you cannot get the stuff. Anyway, it's my long overdue August video for my birthday special, which actually was in Norfolk, which is the next county along, for those of you who are familiar with the United Kingdom. It's in East Anglia. So I'm here on the beach. We're just gonna release the August video, which is my birthday special. Hope you like it. I did mention in there an unboxing from Brittany because I made her some Amis. The video is quite long, so I think I might put that onto the back of this. There's my crochet. Let's see if I can put it down. Look. Yep, crocheting on the beach, stitching in the wild. You know I love it. Anyway, enjoy the August video. Hello Flosstube, it's Arlene here, Arlene Wild, Stitching in the Fens and Arlene Wild Art. As usual, I'm on the move. I thought I'd jump on and do a quick video for you because obviously the longer I leave these, it's the more stuff and then the video gets silly long, right? So anyway, so let's jump straight in. To my returning subscribers, as always, a very warm welcome. And to any new subscribers, an extremely warm welcome to you as well. I hope you like what you see. And anybody who's watching who's not yet subscribed, if you do like what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. I mean, I'm not a monetized channel. I do this because I enjoy sharing and I live in a very rural place. I work as an artist and I'm a multi-crafter, and I just like to share. It's just nice to have a bit of, like-minded companionship. Anyway, so let's go straight in, right? So the first thing is my cross stitch. We're going to hit the cross stitch, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. So we've got quite a lot to pack in. We've got cross stitch update on what I've been working on. I've been working on quite a bit. I've been working really hard in my garden. We're not going to see any pictures up, but I'll talk about that in between. I have got a little bit of Amigurumi to show, including an unboxing of the Amis that I told you about in the last one that I couldn't show because they were for my daughter Brittany from Brit Bailey Art. Do check out her channel as well. So she did a video of her unboxing of her surprise presents that I did for her and sent to her at her home in London. So she was really excited about that, and I was really, I was tearful actually to see the joy on her face. It was made with love, it is when you make something for somebody you love. Anyway, so there's Ami, there is Haul, quite a bit, and Stitchy Love, Stitchy Kindness, because of course it was my birthday, if you remember last time I was going away, and I had a fabulous time in Norfolk with Simon. We went in our caravan, we stayed on the Royal Sandringham Estate club site, which was lovely, and I went to Sandringham for breakfast on my birthday, and then I went over for a lovely meal, and I went to the beach all in one day, which was wonderful. The weather was great. And what else did we do? And then on the Sunday we went back, which was the day after my birthday, to Sandringham again for Sunday lunch. We also had a tour of Sandringham House. We saw the King's dining table. Sadly, I didn't dine with him or at his table, but I dined in his restaurant, so that was good. The food was very nice and I can highly recommend a visit. We also saw the famous church where the Queen and now the King and the Prince and his family do, you normally see them at Christmas. I have got pictures of that, and we've got a little bit of a come with me as well. So we've got a packed episode, a lot to pack in. Okay, so without further ado, let's kick off. Let's start with the cross stitch. Right, so what have I been doing? First of all, of course, it's got to be the birthday start, right? Now, I had several things planned for the birthday start, but in the end I went with these two. I've got two, and I've made a lot of progress considering my birthday was on the 9th of August, so that was what, just over a week ago. Right, so this one is called, so this is the one I worked on. I'm just going to show you. Sorry, everything is in the packaging because we're leaving tomorrow to another event. We're heading off to Essex to the RHS Hyde Hall Craft Fair, which will be at Crafting Focus. So the caravan is already packed. In fact, I haven't got any makeup on because my makeup is already in the caravan. So you've got me au natural. I stuck some earrings on. Anyway, so this is the piece I went with. and it's an old anchor kit. I think it used to come as a kit, but I had a pattern for it. So there you go. And she's called, I believe, the Goddess of Prosperity. You still can buy it. I've seen it around. But I think I was gifted it. I can't remember where I got it from. Anyways, now I am working it on a beautiful piece of Zweigart linen. I think it's called, it's called Vintage Sun. I got it from Wool Warehouse here in the UK. Right, let me show you my progress. I'm so chuffed with myself. Look at that. Look at all of that. Isn't that great? Obviously, she hasn't got her back stitching on yet. When she has her back stitch, let me see if I can come in a bit closer. There she is. Once she's got her back stitch, she's going to be, you know, look much better, more together. I'm so chuffed with her. I'm loving the colors. My plan is I'm going to get Simon to make me a frame. I found like, because, you know, he makes all the picture frames for my business. So I found like a bamboo, a thin sort of, kind of like a sort of old gold with a black sort of wax to it. Very fine, very nice. Well, I don't know when he's going to make it, but, you know, so I'll show you again. So, yeah, I'm chuffed with that. And I'm going to persevere with this when I go away. And I think I'm going to see if I can be monogamous with it, more or less, to the end. But anyway, so that's that one. I'll show you the picture one more time. There it is. So I've done all of that. I changed her skin color, by the way. It was sort of that porcelain Japanese cotton. I didn't like it. It was a bit yellowy looking, the color called for. So all the other colors are called for, but I've changed it. And I'm gonna, with the flowers, I'm gonna put some of my own colors in, because so that the colors aren't so solidly that pink. I don't know how to explain. And I'm gonna do this in B5200. The white bit, because I think it was that same yellowy white porcelain color, which I wasn't so keen on. So I've worked all of her head and I've come down. I'm working her, by the way, one strand. So it's 32 count, if I didn't say, linen, Zweigart, vintage stand. And I'm working it one strand over 2 for linen. The only one thing I did in 2 strands was her hair, which I'll show you again. Get this behind it. You know what? I still haven't found my board, you know. The materials for making my board. I don't know. It's not like I live in a mansion. So I can't think where it's gone, but I'm sure it will turn up. Yeah, the hair I did 2 strands. Mostly, not all of it, because I wanted to fade this down. And I also put a few sort of freestyle, kind of random stitches in to texturize the hair a bit. I'm planning to put some beads on it as well, hence why I went for the 32 count. I didn't really want 28 because I knew I was working it, you know, one strand. And there's my little minder. I don't remember where I got that from. I know how you like them. Tinkerbell. So yes, I'm dead chuffed with that. Now, what else did I do on my birthday, for my birthday start? No, the other one I had planned, right, was this one. And this is from Little Loops. Sammy Sharp here in the UK. She runs some of the retreats and stuff. Anyway, she's also designs under the name the Old Barn Stitching Company. And I fell in love with that little one. Now this one, it is charted in Fancy Floss, but she does give the DMC. I'll show you the back, see? She does give you the DMC as well. And it doesn't have that many colors in. I think I changed the teal color to a slightly darker teal than the teal she'd called for. And I'm planning to use a Fancy Floss for the birds. Yeah. But what happened was, one of my whips that I've defunct, it's in one of my videos. It was one where, but I really liked the fabric, right? I'd gotten rid of it when I showed my whip parade earlier in the year, or a sub pad. So I defunked it, but the fabric was really nice. So what I did was I decided to cut up the fabric. It is a 16 count Rustico Ada. That's my progress there. I got it the right way up. Hold on a minute. Sorry about this. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yes, I did have it the right way up. I'm a corner starter. It's really nice. And I love this fabric, dyed by me. using walnut dye and various other Procyon dyes. I'll have to do a dyeing video for you to show you how I do it. So yes, so I just did a little brush on that, you know, because I decided to go with the other one, but I want to get that worked on as well. I don't know, I'm really trying to get more focused on my progress. The trouble is, right, the foxes, as you know, are ever calling, aren't they? I'll show you the colors in a minute. That's right. The foxes are ever calling us. Always something new going on. Always something new from our stash. The distractions are too much, isn't it? And the problem is, I find I just want some finishes. So I don't know. That's why I said I'm going to stick to that Goddess of Prosperity. Because I'm pleased with the progress. And I think if I kept working at that rate, I reckon I could get her finished in the next 2 weeks. And that's not bad, is it? So we will see. I'll do my best. So these are the colors. Now, on this note, as I'm showing you, are these ones? No, these are CXCs. I'll tell you what. While I was on my travels, right? For the Goddess of Prosperity, what had happened was I ordered the linen and I didn't know if the linen would come in time. So it came as we were about to pull off the drive. So of course I ran back inside and grabbed the pattern, but I didn't have time to grab the CXC threads, yeah? So I decided, because I've already done a page finish on that. In fact, I've got a page and a half finish on the Goddess of Prosperity. So anyway, I got to Norfolk, right? And I said to my husband, oh, can we go to Hobbycraft? Knowing Hobbycraft is just like, just fleeces you. Right, yes. I'm not joking, you people. I must have picked up, not these, right? Seriously, that much threads, little bit more than that. £25. £1.50, you know, each. And then I did pick up a few sort of sparkly ones as well. You know, some, what do you call those? What? Etoile. Anyway, serve me right. But it was my birthday. So I thought, oh, sorry, I'm going to go for it. Anyway, these are the colors. And some of them are called for and some of them are mine to go to do that one. All right. These are some of the colors there. And as I said, I'm working it on a 16 count Ada. But it's not a very big sampler. So hopefully I will weave that in somehow with my Goddess of Prosperity. Now I'm sitting up in the art room today, mostly because we are leaving tomorrow. And I didn't want to drag everything downstairs, and the art room is upstairs, the studio is upstairs next to my bedroom. So I thought, you know what, guys, it's a bit messy behind. It's not all the pretty plants, but so it goes, yes? So it goes. I thought I just wanted to do the recording. Oh, and my threads from Goddess of Prosperity are that little piggy bag. You know me, look at the little tail. Never not going to the children's section, right? They have too much fun. We can't let them have all the fun. So that's that. What else have we got now? I'm trying to think, because I need to keep my brain. I'm a little bit discombobulated. Hold on. I'm spinning around. Yes, I did work on more things as well. So those were my birthday stuffs. Hang on now. Let me just pick up this other bag. It's a bit weird in here because I'm not used to filming in here. Anyways, what else have I worked on? Now, this one, Simon is going to have to, this is a soda stitch. Simon will have to insert a picture. I don't know. I did look. I don't know. Somehow it got disconnected in coming from the caravan to the house and repacking the caravan. Now, this one is a soda stitch. I'm going to pop something behind it. I have made a lot of progress on this one. Now, when I picked it up, now this is an old whip, okay? And I just fancied something summery, which I think I said to you in the last one. Now, since I picked it up, right, I did all of the sewing machine. And I've done all of this kitten here. All of that. That was before I did my starting my birthday start. I was really pleased with that. I worked consistently on it. Again, I'm trying to see if I can try and like work on like, I don't know, try and be a bit semi-monogamous if there's such a thing, to see if I can get some finishes. And I'm really enjoying that. And I think when I finish Goddess of Prosperity, I think I'm going to come back to this one. So all of that, I love it. And what I'm doing is I'm putting some metallic in here. Okay, we might have to insert a picture of the actual finished thing. But it's by Soda Stitch, and it's a PDF that I got off of Etsy. But I'm putting some gold metallic thread. It's like an old Singer machine. Very pleased with that. Can't remember if that one has backstitch. Oh, and by the way, the linen I'm working on is a 28 count. And it's got 10 little polka dots on it. And I got that when I went to Scotland last year up to Pain Free Crafts. I got it from her. And it's a Zweigart, 28 count. And I love that. It's so pretty. So pretty. I think that's the threads. We won't go there because I'm trying to make this precise, concise. So it's not too long. Oh, I'm keeping the threads in this. I love these things. It's so soft. Just a bit of fun. Why not? Again, I think I got that from, oh gosh, the back to school section of Home Bargains last year. So, what else have we got in the bag? Oh, this is another one that I had, which could have been a potential birthday start as well. Now, I hope it's not too shiny. And this is a beautiful sampler, I think. It is from, you can see who it's from there, Little Doves. And that's on Etsy PDF as well. Again, that same piece of fabric. It was a big piece of fabric, you know. I'm going to use it. The same fabric that I used for Little Loops one. I had a piece for this as well. See, it was a nice fabric. It was quite big. I think, I can't remember what it was that I dyed it for, but I dyed that as well. I love that. Beautiful. So that has not been started. Whoopsie daisy. Looking if I have the threads in here to show you. Threads are nice. Hang on. Need a binder made by me. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yes. Bear with, hold please. Hang on. Pull the threads together. Yeah, now I have put that one in, which is mine. A color of mine. It's like a sort of variegated brown. And this one. Because I think with the variegated brown, I'm going to do the roof of the house. Okay. But apart from that, it's all the call for colors, and they are beautiful. No floss drops yet. I've just pulled them. And obviously that's 16 count, so I got Ada dyed by me. So I think if I get the fabric again, I like the fact that some of these blues are in here. These are indigo colors, you see. I think that's going to give it a nice antique look. So yeah, but that is not happening right now because we are focusing on the focus pieces. But I was surprised how much I got done because I've been very busy in the garden. Oh my goodness, guys. There was a lot to do, you know. I kid you not. Oh, and the other bit of good news, I'm back on my treatment for my sickle cell. Yes, I started again on Friday. I must say I was a bit naughty. I did push the ticket because considering the last 2 months I haven't been protected by the stem cell thing. And so I've been running more and more on my rubbish blood cells. And I have felt it. I've been more tired, and, you know, and my aches and pains were returning and stuff. But I was determined. I'm determined this year to get my garden looking good again because it was a little overgrown in places. A lot of the weeding needed doing and so on and so forth. So anyway, I pushed on because Simon was out at shows and doing stuff, and I was here. So I was working out there every day in the heat. I would go out there really early in the morning before it get really hot. And then I weeded, and I'm not joking you. I went to the tip in the Range Rover, the Land Rover, sorry. I went to the tip with the seats down with those big builder's bag full 5 times. The guys were very helpful up there. Yeah, in Lincolnshire, my local tip is Kirkby-on-Bain, which is a sweet little village. And the guys at the municipal dump were very kind. They helped me to drag the bags out. But the end result was, unfortunately, I went back on the treatment on Friday and I had a small crisis on Saturday. So I took a bit of pain relief, rested up a bit. I'm still quite tired. But I've started on the drugs now, so hopefully with a bit of rest and stuff, even though we're going to the show, I'm only going to go on site 2 days. Two days, you know. Simon will do the rest of the event. So there it is. Right, so I'm trying not to get into too much of a mess because I don't want, because it's quite late in the evening. The view is behind me, but it's getting dark, so you can't see much out there. Now the last thing I worked on, hold on, cross stitch wise, since you've seen me. Oh, actually, before I go, there's one more. This one was not started. Now, this is an all forest embroidery. I've got the linen for it in here. This was also a possible birthday start, but I didn't start it. It's very big. It's a bit pale, the PDF printout, right? Many of you would have seen this. It's on All Forest Embroidery online. They do a lot of lovely things, and they do a lot of freebies. And I have picked out an antique white linen, a 40 count, because this is massive. I'll tell you what the stitch count is. I've sent away for the CXC threads. I'm waiting for them to come. Let's see now. So on 40 count, it's 58 centimeters by 67 centimeters. I'll be an old lady before I finish it. But you know, every birthday I've always started a sampler, and this birthday I thought I'm not gonna. The other one called out to me, Goddess of Prosperity. So yes, I haven't got any threads to show, but I thought I'd show you that. So that didn't get started, so that's just gonna go into my stash for now. The last thing I worked on, again, an aged whip, one from my whip pile, because I'm trying to be good and not have too many starts, because even though I started that one, those two for birthday start, everything else you've seen are whips, existing whips. Now this is quite an old whip, and I didn't do much on it because I had made a mistake. I started this one quite a while back, and it is a Mirabilia, right? Mirabilia. And it's this one, Shakespeare's Fairies. Let me hold it up with the thing behind. You've seen this one around probably. I love it. I love it. I think you can still get it. Anyway, so this was from when I still used to work on Ada. And at first, I had made a mistake on it. But I was, at that time, so we're talking 2 years ago, I wasn't really confident enough to figure out what the mistake was. But now I'm confident enough to do what I call an audit. So what I do is I go back and check everything, and I can see where the mistake is, and then frog. And I thought I was going to frog it all out. And besides, I remembered it was on Ada, and I kept thinking, ugh, I don't know if I want to work on that. Not having anything against Ada, but my biggest problem is my dislike of the two threads. And it also was with two threads, you know. Anyway, when I pulled out the Ada, I had a pleasant surprise, because I liked the Ada itself, because it was not only hand dyed by me, and it took a lot of dyeing to get the color I wanted and the variation of color, but also I had hand painted it, and I thought, okay, that's kind of nice. I think I could pull up with 2 strands. So I've cracked on. So I'm going to show you it now. And I hope the color shows up well. And it is quite long, actually. Hold on a minute. I don't know how this is going to work out. I haven't got a board behind, so hopefully it will show. Yes. So this is the Ada fabric. I think it is, beg pardon, hold on. I think it's actually 14 count. But you see how they look. I wanted them to look like they're going through the forest. Like they're flying through the woods. And I also, if I come close, can you see those little branch marks there? I used a rubber stamp to create that. And also I hand painted that moon, which is very sparkly. And the needle minder is rather good too. So when I picked it up, right, I think I'd only done the head part of the first fairy. I'll show it again in a minute. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I'd only really done the head and a little bit of the shoulders, because it was the first ever Mirabilia or anything of this technicality that I'd tried. And I'd made a mistake. And I knew I'd made a mistake. I was off. Anyways, I went back. I pulled out, found where the mistake was. I frogged it. And I've done all of her dress. I'm going to hold it up in a minute. Actually, may fold it, because it's a bit long. It's quite long and thin. Because I haven't put any of the cryonic or sparkly threads in, because I'm actually not using the cryonic, because a lot of them I can't get. So I'm just going to use my own metallic threads. I've got a lot of metallic, pretty threads. So yeah, I had to frog out like all of her shoulders and everything. And I had done a little bit here, but it was all off. So I have effectively stitched all of this, and the next girl over there. So I'm pleased about that, and I'm keeping it, and I'm doing it with the 2 strands. And actually, it's not too bad. I'm quite enjoying it. I mean, it is a bit heavy for me, my taste now, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. you know, you can't restart everything. Sometimes you just have to just go with it. The other thing I've got to show you in here as well, which I got with to go with it, bear with me. Oh, I picked that up when I was in Hobbycraft. I don't know if you can see it. It is DMC. It's one of the sparkly ones. That's the number. And it's sort of like a mother of pearl metallic sparkle. I thought that could be nice for some of the wings. And then I did buy, though, the bead pack ages ago, obviously, when I first got it. I got it from Art and Design here in the UK. She sells all of the bead packs for the mirrors. So you see, I've got all the beads and I've got all the charms in there and the jewels, the treasures. So, yeah. So these are the ones that I'm focusing on. I'm going to keep focusing on these. I want to finish Goddess of Prosperity, and then I think I'm going to rotate these for a little while and see if I can make some good progress on them, or maybe even get the unfinished. You never know. So that is that. Now that lives in this bag here. I'm not going to bother. I made that. A project bag I made. There's a tutorial on... it's very easy to make them, actually. There's a tutorial on line somewhere on YouTube. Can't remember who it is now. Can't remember. Yeah. So that's that. So I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna bring the threads out because I don't want the video to be too long, because we have a lot of add-on bits. This is just one part. I'm gonna have to splice them all together that come with me and all the things, right? Lots of excitement. So I'm just gonna move these off my desk because I'm on my art desk at the minute. So let me just move everything, because what is next is haul, I think. Yes. So, being a birthday girl, of course, there were presents, which was good. So I'm going to bring this basket over and put it here, and then we're going to see what's in the basket. So before we do the birthday presents, I thought I'd show you some bargain that I picked up. So I went to Norfolk, right? And if you look at a map, our coast, you have Lincolnshire coast, you have Skegness, Mablethorpe and all that business, you know, all the way up round to Hull. But we're sort of in the middle of heart of Lincolnshire. So I'm only about like an hour from either Mablethorpe Beach and those beaches, or from Skeg. So, but when on a clear day, when you stand at Skeg and look across this North Sea, you can see Hunstanton, you can see Norfolk, right? And I've always wanted to go over that side to see what it looks like from their side. Anyway, the weather was fabulous. And we went to King's Lynn, which is in Norfolk, which is on the other side of the Wash. So basically, if you look at the map, right, you have that sort of curve. You have Lincolnshire down here, Hunstanton and Norfolk. It goes on a curve. And then we have what we call the Wash, which is where, I think that's where the River Ouse and various rivers feed into the North Sea in that sort of curve. And there are lots of lovely nature reserves, lots of wildlife. It's not very heavily populated, very beautiful. Anyways, we went to King's Lynn, right? And of course, being a crafter, you know, the first thing you do is Google to see what shops are in town. And actually, I discovered that there's a really good needlework shop called, I think it's called Northgate, and it's in Great Yarmouth. So if ever we didn't go there because that's far different side of Norfolk to where we were going, but that's on my wish list. They do sell online. I think they're called Northgate, but if you look up needle workshops in Great Yarmouth, you'll find it. Anyways, I digress. So I looked to see if there were any craft shops, right? And one of the shops that came up was a shop called Pastimes. And I'm thinking, oh, if they have anything in there. Anyway, I went in there, and this lady, this shop is like real old school. She sells everything, all sorts of craft things, wool, everything, marquetry, you name it. Anyway, quite a biggish shop, but quite old fashioned. And she's been there for 48 years. So I noticed she had a little bit of fabric, you know, Ada and that. So, and I forgot to show you, actually, there was another piece of fabric I bought from her, an Ada. And it's a nice raspberry color, like an antique raspberry, but I think I filed it away. I put it away. Sorry. But anyways, that wasn't really the jackpot. So anyways, so I'm looking, right, and she had like about four like little, you know, like how you get the fabric on like the board, like folded up, rolled on with the meterage. And she had about 3 or 4 different 32 count. I think they were all 32 count linens. Most of the colors weren't to my taste. They were kind of like, one was a sort of burgundy color, one was a sort of chocolate brown color. And then I saw this one, which is a sort of khaki color. And I thought, oh, that could do for samplers, you see. I'm going to show it to you, right? And show you how much it is. Look, it's doubled over, yeah? It's full length. Look at this now. I think it's permin. 32 count, okay? So I go up to the desk and I said to her, oh, how much is it? So she said, well, it's £40 a meter, which on its own is a good price. Because she said, I've had it since the ark. Because she's been in this shop for 48 years, yeah? Anyway, so she said, well, there isn't that much on it, you know. And she said, I've had it a long time. She said, are you interested? I said, well, yeah. So she measured it out, and it was 1.5 meters. And bless her heart, she said, I tell you what, let's call it a meter. Well, I bit her hand off. I was on it. And it smells nice. It has that nice linen smell. So there it is. So that is my bargain. So that's going to do some nice samplers, isn't it? So I'm really pleased with that. So that was nice as a birthday treat to me. So that was that. So that was my best bargain. I did have a little bit of yarn haul, but I didn't show it. I don't know where they are. I think I put them away, to be fair. Yeah. So, because I didn't want the video to be too long. So I did pick up some yarn haul because I found, so that was in King's Lynn, Pastimes. If you find yourself there, you can go out of a nose. You know, you never know, you might find anything. And then up in Hunstanton, that I got some really good yarn bargains up there. The Works also had some acrylic yarn reduced half price, so I grabbed some from in there. And then up in Hunstanton, I found 2 independent shops, like general stores. And they were so cheap for yarn. Oh my God. And the quality wasn't too bad. So yeah, so I picked up some more yarn. Not that I need any yarn, right? But for my Amis. So what else have I got to show? So soon I'll get down to my stitchy kindness or my birthday presses. But I'm just going to show you 2 bits of haul that I picked up. 3. So I got that. It's very pale. My printer wasn't behaving itself. And it's a little shiny. Hold on. These I would like to do as red samplers at some stage. And it was from Selenmar, Selenmar X Stitch on Etsy. They do a lot of these monochromatic ones. I like the scrolls. But I thought it's quite big, so I didn't have to do all of it. If I did, I'd love to do a red sampler. I picked up that one because they had sale on. You know me. I love a bargain. Can't help myself. And I picked up that one. Yeah, so they don't look very inspiring like that, but there it is. So I'm going to dive straight in now to my birthday presents. So from my dear son Theo, he got me that Rendell, her new one of her new ones. Look at the cuties. Oh, you know, I'm a cat person really, because I've got cats, but I do like dogs. I like to admire other people's dogs. Yeah, love that. In fact, I want to stitch one of those from the lady who looks after my cat, my friend Kim, because she has 3 sheepdogs that look exactly like that, the same colors, but I can't promise all 3. Brittany from Brits. Yeah. Another Rendell. And then Brittany also gave me, now Brittany has her own business, my daughter, Britt Bailey Art, as you know, and this is one of her tote bags. She gave it to me as a project bag. She also gave me a bag charm, but I think I've got it on something else with her capybaras. Really nice, handmade. She's made them herself. Well, she doesn't make the bags, but she does the printing, and that's her artwork. And I love that one with the blue tulips in. So that's my project bag that Brittany gave me. Now I've showed you, I can start using it. Simon bought me a beautiful hibiscus plant, hardy hibiscus for the garden, called Pink Chiffon. So I haven't got that here. Obviously, it's in the garden. I've planted it. And he got me that little tote from Sandringham as a little memento. Plus, of course, he took me to dinner, took me to breakfast at Sandringham. So I felt like a queen. And I had my fancy frock on, and it was wonderful. Theo also got me this one. which is so cute. I've never seen this designer before. I hope you can read it. It's Sarah Riley, and I think these came from Cotton Club Crafts. Isn't that one cute? And I don't think it's very big. There are the colors in there. Yeah, and then what else? Oh, and then I bought myself something, because of course you have to buy yourself something for your birthday. I mean, come on. So this, I found this on eBay, and it's weird because this person, this designer, is called River Drift House, and they're in Cornwall here in the UK, right? And I've always liked her stuff. I don't know how it came about. I found it on eBay, because it's still I thought it was a seller, like a sort of shop selling it off, because it was cheaper than hers. But whether she's got excess stock or whatever, because when it came, it had her complimentary slip, so it must have been from her. But I can't remember how much the price was. It's a lot cheaper than the same thing, the same kit, because she sells kits, right, in her Etsy and her own independent shop. So I don't know. Anyways, I sent away for this. I thought it was such good value. I think the two together were 35, or they're about 36 pounds at the most. Beautiful. I don't know if I will do it on the, and all the threads are really nice. She doesn't, I don't think she puts the DMC numbers on, but look at the colors. So nice, isn't it? It comes with 14 count Aida, which I don't generally work on 14 count Aida anymore. So I think I will work it on linen. Probably a 32 count, because I don't think they're massive. But that is so lovely. And this one is, yeah, there it is. And you can find it on eBay. Very nice. She does some lovely designs. I've never really noticed her before. Well, I have, actually. She does have some patterns on Poppy. Oh, what's it called? The one that sells Barbara Anna patterns, PDFs. I can't remember. Brain. Anyway, I got this one as well. The Jane Austen. And there are all the threads. Very nice. So I'm very pleased with that. What else did I get? I also picked up that, which is a yo-yo maker, a pom-pom maker from the Works. And then Amanda, for my birthday, gave me that. So cute. Love, love, love. Look at those little cuties. Look at those eyes on that crab. Thank you, Amanda. So that was nice. And of course, she knows me and my Peter Rabbit love. Got to put it around my neck. I found use for it. It's a lanyard, and it's got all Peter Rabbit characters on. Yeah. Scissors. So I put the scissors that match. She also got me this, which is so soft. It's like all sorts of textured yarns in there. And I know exactly what that's going to be for, because one of the designers I love for my Ami dolls, which is Crochet Confetti, that definitely will suit one of her dolls for hair. And last but not least, I have this, just a piece of Rustico linen, which is 16 count Rustico, 9, yeah, it's a fat quarter. I like the Rustico. So I think that is all there is to tell on the cross stitch side. We haven't got a lot of my Ami progress, because I haven't had much Ami progress. However, what you are going to get is a small unboxing video to cover the Amigurumi section. So let me just move this, quickly show you my small progress that I've made in the Ami department, and then you can enjoy the unboxing if you're still here. Hopefully you will stay, even if you're not interested in my other things, because we're going to do a quick thing on the art, and we're going to do a quick thing on the Ami, obviously. Then I thank you so much for joining, if you're only here for the cross stitch, but hopefully you will stay and see what else has been going on. Anyway, this is a pathetic amount of progress. Do you remember the rattle? Hello. In fact, oh God, I've done it again. I haven't got its finished realization. It's quite cute. It's got a body, okay, and a dress. But anyways, I don't know what I've done with the pattern, the design. But I have managed, all I have managed to do is to complete the 2 ears. It's got these exaggerated ears. If I can, I will try and insert a picture of it. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I totally did this quickly. But there's long exaggerated ears. It's going to be ever so cute. I know it's got a funny little body. You'll see it will grow into its looks. But it's got extra long ears. And then the clothes will conceal the body. I haven't done the legs yet. So, and then what else did I do on it? I picked this up, by the way. That chenille. Sorry. Oh, dear. Keep shaking. That is really, that little brand of chenille is worth looking out for. You can get them all over the place. And they're great for finishing cross-stitch pillows and stuff. Yeah, they do a lot of colors. And very reasonably priced. You can pick, that's the brand. So yeah, so I would like to, that I did pick up as well, sorry, when I was up in Hunstanton, that yarn, paint box. So I'm going to do her dress. She has a crochet dress in a shell pattern, and it has like all these embellishments on it. She's got like little flowers and stuff on her dress. So quick, I'll show you some of the embellishments. I'm hoping, I don't know if I'm hoping I might get some more work done on her while I'm away. So for the next one. So I've got some little embellishments that I'm going to use. Just like, not all of them, obviously. But, yeah, these are some of the little pretty things. It goes all around the neck of her dress and in her hair. So we will see. But so, yeah. So apart from that, enjoy the unboxing for the Ami. So, yeah. So, just a quick studio update. Not a lot has happened in the studio actually since I did my last recording as such. I'm sitting here at the machine at the minute because I've been kind of busy, as you know, out in the garden, trying to do some jobs out there. So yeah, so what I'm really doing, and the only thing I want to share with you is just a glimpse as to what I do with my prints. Now this piece here is going to become one of my stitch prints, and what it is originally, the original piece was a lot bigger, and it had been produced in my what I call my botanical style, which covers all of my woodlands and flowers and nature stuff. Not so much in the fairy realm, the fairy ones I do on Whimsical and Wild. This is more on the brand of Arlene Wild Art. The original piece would have been produced with fabric layered up with acrylic paint, layered up with free motion machine embroidery. So I thought I'd just do a very, very quick few minutes while I'm here stitching this print, which is how it's sold. It's sold enhanced. You can see them on my website. So I tend to put a few of the stitches back in here, and then I do a little bit of hand painting on top just to enhance certain areas. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just give you a little spin. And that will be the update really from the art studio for this episode. So yeah, so I've got a pale pink thread in there. All of them are different because I just pick out certain areas randomly that I stitch on. So Bentley's gonna kick in now, so you're gonna get the noise of the machine going. Hopefully you'll be able to see it from where you are. I don't know how close you are. And what I'm doing is just, I've got the free motion foot on, and I'm just drawing basically to enhance some of these areas here. So yeah, and then I'm cutting the thread and moving along. When I'm working, I've got 4 of these for stock, which I'm working on. These are my pink peonies from this year. Now you notice I've turned it upside down to me, but that's kind of how it is sometimes. I'll just put the foot down again. And what I'm doing is just picking out some of those stitches which are at the minute only visible as prints, because you know, obviously it is a print of the original. The original would have had the actual fabric on it as well. The really large ones, when I do them, do have fabric on them too. Yeah, so I'm just moving it over the piece like that. So I'm going to go to this flower here, and I'm just using the same thread to just highlight certain areas. At some point I will change the threads. I will put some of the pinks in, and it's just to lift the print really. It's not an original, right? It's just to lift it, and it gives each person, regardless of how much they spent on one of my pieces, oops, shouldn't have done that, spent on one of my pieces, it gives them something special, one-off and unique. So I'm gonna see, let me see if I can get you in. Oops, sorry, hang on, it's a bit precarious here on my desk because you know there's not a lot of room in my studio. We sat here by the window at the minute. It's been raining here today in the Fens, which I'm grateful for. It's just a shower, really. It's been ever so dry. So my poor plants, because I leave for a show with Simon in about 48 hours time or thereabouts. So I worry about my poor little baby plants, you know, especially in the drought. So yeah, so pretty much that's it. If I just see if I can get it a bit closer, you can see there where I did a bit of emotion. So anyway, so from me and Bentley, that's all I've got to report from the studio.
Okay, so I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna try and be careful. I don't wanna hurt anything that might be inside. And I'm very intrigued to see what is inside. Really very well wrapped by my mother. Okay. It's very well wrapped. Oh, she's even packaged it all up so nicely. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I have to hold the box up. It's so nicely packaged. It feels like my birthday. And there's 3 packages in here. So, the handmade label. That is so cute. My mum is so good at presentation, as you can see. Gosh, open last, this one says. So, there's also a tag on this one. It says, "Hello baby, a special surprise. The pink box open last, a bonus. The other 3 tell a story. Open the long one first. On holiday." Oh, wait, there's more. Open the long one first, and then quotation marks, "On holiday in France. The other 2 are chilling and room service. I hope you love and enjoy them. Mutti XXX." Okay, there's 3 gifts, which I did not expect. Let me just show the whole card. There's the back. No, that's the front, and then there's the back. So I have a nice note. And it seems like there's 3 things, which I was not expecting. She works so much faster than I expect on these things. Okay, so I have to open this one first. I can already kind of feel it. I have no idea what this is going to be. So this one is on holiday in France, right? I just want to make sure I'm opening them in the right order. So the long one first, on holiday in France. And that's this one. So I'm going to open it and see what is inside. Again, even just like the little twine and everything is so lovely. My mum was at one point thinking about whether or not to sell these amigurumis that she makes, and in the end she's decided not to, just because of the time, obviously, and effort that goes into them wouldn't make it worthwhile, and that she's overly attached to them and she doesn't want to let them go, which I understand. So I'm gonna have a very one-of-a-kind product here, I'm sure. Oh my goodness! Look at it! And the hat, the beret. This is so precious. Can you believe this? The shawl with the button. I am aghast. I knew that she would probably make me a capybara, but I had no idea of what it would look like. And this is so detailed and beautiful, and the face has like such cute shading on it. And I love that the hat is orange, like an orange, because of the classic capybara with an orange on their head. And the teal goes so well with it. I can't believe it. I love it. So cute. And I can't believe there's 2 more. Oh, okay. I have to name these guys. Maybe I'll change the name, but for now this is Patrice. And Patrice is gonna watch me open the other 2 packages. So Package number 2 is chilling out and room service. I wonder what the extra is. Okay, chilling out and room service. Oh, I just have to show all of the packaging. So cute. It says what it is on the back and it has the little handmade tag. Like, I don't want to encourage her, but imagine if she sold these and this was the way that you received it. Iconic, but I feel like she shouldn't, because they just take so much work to do, but maybe in a dream world. Okay, let me get inside. This one's in a box. I also love the William Morris wrapping paper that she's chosen. Chilling out in my French hotel and room service. Is there gonna be like a food involvement with this one? Because like she knows I love that. Oh my goodness. Look at this. How stinking cute. The towel and everything. This is just adorable. This little tag. I'm like lost for words. I'm lost for words. And the duck. I don't even know what to say. It's so beautiful. It's just like so sturdy and well made as well. I just know it's going to stand up so well on my desk, on my trinket shelf. I'm so thankful. Everything's adorable. Even the duck has little eyes, there's little pupils that are made out of beads, and all the colouring on everything is just so nice. I love it. I love it so much. I had no idea. I'm gonna sit next to Patrice. I have to think of a name. Maybe Penelope. Penelope and Patrice? Don't know. This is so cute. I'm very moved. I'm very moved that she put in all this effort and thought of me. And this one is the last one. It's an extra. No idea what's gonna be in here. I can't believe this. Look at this. No. This is so precious. A little Hello Kitty and the butterfly hair clip. So perfect. And her like fur is made of sparkly wool. I don't know if it's being picked up. I freaking love this. This is so cute. And this is my first time actually feeling one of the dolls, like any of the dolls that she's made. And I'm so impressed with the quality and just like how sturdy they feel, and the colouring on all of them, and the buttons on the little waistcoat, on the dungarees. How adorable. Thank you so much to my darling mummy. These are so cute. I can't believe it. Put them all together. I just want to hold them all. I can't hold them all, but so precious. I actually am like kind of lost for words at how much that she's put into these, and she loves me very much, and that's very clear. Thank you so much, Mum.